Gareth, we have someone special joining us today. Hello, Renee. How are you? And why don't you introduce yourself for those watching?
Hi, gentlemen. Thank you for having me. Sure, Dimitri, and thanks for the warm introduction. It's good to be here today. My name is Renee, and I'm an key account manager for Vox based in Cape Town.
Okay, it's awesome to have you here, Renee. Welcome. Dimitri, today we move into the second week of the series called The Journey of a Sale. And the first point of synergy between Vox and Braintree, this is why Renee's here, the handover. I thought I'd invite Renee along to the chat so that she could provide some insight into the engagement from a Vox perspective, as well as provide some practical insights into a deal that we've been working on together.
Excellent. So the Vox teams are so critical to our engagements. They know their customers and they hold the relationships. I'm really excited to have a real life Voxy on the SkyRocket sessions so that we can illustrate exactly how this partnership can be successful. Renee, to be honest, I didn't even know there was a deal you guys worked on. Tell us a bit more.
Sure, Dimitri, but if you don't mind, I'm just going to withhold the name of the client in case this chat filters out to external people. We always want to keep the customer's integrity as top priority. I believe this is a value shared by both Vox and Braintree.
Okay, 100%.
Okay, cool. So this customer, let's call them customer X, is actually already a Braintree customer in a different solution area. They engaged with us a while ago to try and find a replacement for their current ticketing, customer service, and field service solution.
Right. Lekker, Renee, thanks. So before we get into the detail of the discussion, let's get the show on the road with a little recap, right? Cue montage music. Dimitri? No? Okay.
Yes, the Braintree surgery analogy. My absolute all-time favorite.
I'm glad you liked it.
Okay, jokes aside, what I recall from last week, we likened a business to a house with the various stages of structures representing various elements of the business.
I like this. Very easy to grasp and understand. I like the whole foundation cement removal while the building still stands analogy.
Yes, and then I remember we got to a place after the customer identified a challenge.
A leaky roof.
Exactly. And called the renovation company, which in this analogy is Vox, taking us to slide 5 at the beginning of the journey of a sale, the handover.
100%. And that's what we'll discuss today, the handover. If we can just move to that slide. I kind of think we'll use this method going forward through all the future steps in this process, guys, where we highlight what the Vox person and the Braintree person respective roles would be in each. And in this handover, I identified in the handover process, which is kind of at the foundation layer of the house, I identified 2 clear stages. And the first would be the initial call from the client to Vox and subsequent discussions between Vox and Braintree stage. And the second stage was the client-facing engagement and requirements mapping or scoping discussion with the client led by Braintree. And obviously the specifics vary from one customer to the next here, guys. For example, one customer might have a very defined scope and needs analysis is light as a result. And in other instances, the Braintree rep, myself, or whoever else it may be, may spend a lot more time trying to complete like a slightly more detailed scope.
Sure, I like this approach. And what better person to have around than Renee to verify this? Renee, do you want to tell us how you feel about this side in terms of your engagement with Braintree? Maybe using your customer reference, perhaps.
Yeah, sure. So effort and responsibility for me as the account manager has really been very little. Braintree is great in taking the lead once opportunity has been uncovered. And to add to this, what I've taken away from this specific engagement and also all other Braintree engagements I've had with my other customers is this. This particular customer has been a part of my Vox life since 2016, and I thought I really understood their business very well. Lo and behold, I managed to get to know my customer even more by Braintree doing their needs analysis and scoping. It includes the understanding of the customer's entire workflow process. I can honestly say that if nothing realized from this opportunity, this would have been extremely valuable on its own. I think about step 1, slide 6. It reminds me again that as long as you keep the engine room running with a customer and you stay consistent with your engagements, discussions can lead into an array of opportunities. Customers has built a trusted relationship with me, and when I believe in the topic I speak about, the customer believes in it as well. In this case, I believe in Braintree's product offering, and I was therefore confident in referring my customer to Braintree.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. And I feel that you've been invaluable in holding the customer's intention throughout the process and managing the relationship while we move through the various stages. So to be honest, it helps to have a person close to the client who's trying to reach the same goal. It's like two angles of attack.
Yeah.
Renee, let's not forget that you probably reminded Gareth of one or two things along the way, as he possibly got sidetracked by other deals, keeping him honest.
I was just about to say that. Renee is a powerhouse AM who will keep you on your game if you slip. So I make sure I get stuff done for her. But guys, this just illustrates my point, right? Two heads are better than one. And Renee, you know, maybe you can just tell us, did you extract any value from this initial handover process?
All in all, it's been a very pain-free and interesting experience thus far. And I feel I've been exposed to new things, and and it has taught me a little something here and there and created value for my client. Gareth is giving a great breakdown of the steps you should or can follow, but I also want to make mention that if you are completely uncertain on how to approach the ERP or CRM or business solutions discussion with your customer, just spend some time with the Braintree team and go through a couple of the customers in your portfolio. Gareth and I have touched on some of my customers, and the questions he asked made me think differently about the customer. I would not have thought be a potential lead. You may just realize you've been sitting on a gold mine.
Good. I like that. So now we can see how easy it is to pass leads on or hand over opportunities, guys, and still stay very much involved in the process, actually critical to the process, while creating some value for your clients. Renee, can I ask you to tell us a bit more about the process we followed relating to the deal we're actually working on?
Well, we need to appreciate the time invested in the initial scoping and analysis of the customer environment before a quote is delivered. Make this part of your roadmap of the customer, and don't expect that the time to close is anything near the rest of the services we sell. Keep the bigger picture in mind, because you don't close 2 million rand deals every month. Well, at least I don't. You can expect 5 to 6 engagements with your customer over a 4 to 6 month period, as this is normally a large investment by the customer. There will no doubt be a fair amount of questions and answers, follow-up engagements, etc. Don't lose faith. It's an opportunity, so keep working on it.
Fantastic, Renee. Thank you so much. You have been awesome. Thank you, guys. Once again, Braintree has the solution for you and your customers. So don't miss next week's session, where we move into the technical discussions and demo phase of our building projects. What's going to happen to our metaphorical house? Once again, thank you for your time, and we hope you learned something today that can help you make a sale tomorrow.
Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Stay safe. Renee, thank you so much. You were invaluable. Stay lacquer, guys. Sell hard. Cheers.
Bye, everybody.